the Shuri actress wants a all female Avengers movie. This goes back to what we just talked about yesterday with Batwoman. These guys have absolutely no idea what it takes to be a hero. They don't know what being a hero is. They have no idea. Says it's only a matter of time before an all female Avengers movie happens, because that's what people want to see for some reason. Even though Fearless and all these trash books that nobody buys existed, where that was the whole appeal. Look at us, we're all females and we're all heroes. Nobody wants to watch that. And if you have to lead with that, if you have to try to it's not organic, right? To try to meet to that. It'd be one thing if you naturally led to something like that. That was a female-centric team in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But when you say we need all female Avengers, you're telling us what your expectation is and what it is that you're attempting to do. And you just don't understand. What's going to happen is that's not going to be a movie that is seen by, let's say, to the degree of the other Avengers, which had women in them, by the way, other Avengers movies. So you can have Avengers movies with women in them, Black Widow and all that can be in those movies. However, you didn't have all male Avengers basically, but you needed all female Avengers or something like that. I don't know. Nonetheless, it's and they mentioned this in this article that we're reading on IGN. They actually talk about how they called it iconic, right? That whole scene in what was it, Endgame, where all the females were just happened to be on the battlefield right there at the same time as the cheesiest part of the entire film. But that was what they showed, because again, that was the statement that they had to make. And of course, it's going to lead into this. I don't think we have to fight for Victoria Alonso, who is, oh my God, I think she's actually responsible for a lot of this trash. Says a very strong spearheading it alongside Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige. It's only a matter of time that they do it. Definitely have to have Captain Marvel. Do you want people not to see your movie or what? Like, what's the status? Nonetheless, nobody's asking for this other than how do we censor this? I gotta censor myself. Who wants this? Let's say sucker. I'm gonna call them sucker men and women that don't understand what heroism is about. You can make a female-centric comic book film, right? That's a thing that can happen. But if you have to push for it, you're doing it in a way that's not organic, right? So all female Avengers, which again, you didn't have the all male Avengers, but you wanted the all female Avengers. So you're trying to do it as a statement, as a political or rather a social statement. They don't have any idea what heroism is about, right? They don't understand what it is to relate to people outside of your gender. What makes the female comic book heroes that are worth a damn? Why are they so liked? Why are they hanging up on my wall? Like, that's the stuff that they don't understand. And that's how you end up with all female Avengers and Black Batwoman. That's how you end up with that crap. That's how you end up with that crap. And then what's going to happen is people don't watch it, and then they're going to claim that the audience is sexist, even when females don't watch it. We saw that with Birds of Prey. We saw that with Birds of Prey, where they lectured us the whole entire way, made a big deal, and I was a fan of the Birds of Prey in the comic books. And people didn't see it, including the people that they were signaling to. So the other women, they didn't see it. Even the women didn't see it. And it was blamed on sexism. Same thing with Charlie's Angels, which a lot of people saw the original Charlie's Angels. But they didn't see this one. And therefore, the director is blaming sexism and stuff like that. Like, they don't understand it. And I will say this, and I'm going to like kind of end on this with the point as it pertains to all female Avengers. Existing is not heroism. Meaning that something you were born into, you could not control has nothing to do with your heroism. Me being black is not heroic. You being a woman is not heroic. You being gay is not heroic. There's nothing heroic about any of that. So whether it is something that you identify as or something that you were born as, whatever it is, none of that crap is heroic. There's nothing heroic about any of that crap. It's just you. And what it is, much of it you couldn't control. Some of it you identified as, whatever. But the problem is that the writers, the crap writers, they don't understand heroism. And they feel as if existing as a woman, as a black woman, as a lesbian woman, as a gay person, that's heroic. And that's why they focus so much on representation. And then when you don't like it, they say, well, it's not meant for you. Right? It's meant for little Johnny who needs to see himself in you because I guess his damn father ain't a good enough figure. So he needs to see himself through whatever comic book character in a film. And not even just that, the comic book character has to be the same color as little Johnny or little Nancy. They have to be the same color. That's the only way that these writers don't understand heroism. They have no idea what it is. They don't understand what it takes and what makes a hero an actual hero. So they conflate that with other bull crap, such as their personal identity, which has absolutely nothing to do with being heroic. You are not old brownie points. That's not why we relate to other characters. A lot of the characters that we love, we relate to them in other ways. And from an identity standpoint, we couldn't even be further from them. I look absolutely nothing like Bruce Wayne. I don't live like Bruce Wayne. I'm not rich and I'm not white. He is my favorite comic book character. It's things like that. That's why we love the characters. I like Monica Rambeau. Right? I've covered her many times on the channel. I own every single appearance that she's appeared in. Right? I'm not a female. We look at the women that are on my wall if you're watching this live. We got Misty. We have Storm. We have Selena Kyle. Wonder Woman. Women. I'm not a woman. I'm not a whammon. But I am fond of these characters. That's because I find ways to relate to these characters, enjoy the story. That they are part of, what they had to endure. And that's what makes them heroic. Part of what makes them heroic. And that's what we enjoy out of these characters. But as long as these writers think their identity and existing and being super in their identity enough is being heroic, you will always get these garbage concepts that nobody asks for. And then they will get mad. They will get mad in the event that you don't go watch that piece of trash.